Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Isha and I hope you all are doing good at your home, staying happy, staying safe. And yeah, let's get started. So starting with the quote that get good, get better and be the best in your life. So having a little information what we have done about in the previous lecture, what we have learned is about a cell wall, the difference between the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic cells. So a quick review, what we are going to see today is about nucleus and the cytoplasm. So yeah, let's get started. And if you haven't subscribed my channel till now, so please do subscribe, share, comment, like if you haven't done till it now. So please do let me know if you are comfortable with this lectures. If you want something else, so please do let me know in the comment section below. So yeah, starting with the nucleus today. So the nucleus, it is a small, round in shape and it has a membrane-bound structure around it, which is found in the cell. Now these nucleus, they are only present in eukaryotes. It is only found in eukaryotes and it is the defining characteristic key or a feature you can say, which is there only in eukaryotes. Now, for example, RBC, it is also an eukaryotic organism, but even though it is a eukaryotic organism, it does not possess nucleus. They don't have nucleus in it. So this is one of the rare examples. We can say that RBC, they do not possess a nucleus, though they originate from an eukaryotic organism. Now, the word nucleus, it is derived from a Latin word which means kernel of a nut. The nucleus, the word is derived from a Latin word which means kernel of a nut. The nucleus, it is the most integral component of a cell. It is the most important component of a cell. It is also defined as a double membrane eukaryotic cell. It has a double membrane around it, so it is known as double membrane eukaryotic cell organelle that contains the genetic material in it. The nucleus, it contains the genetic material in it. Now, as I told you, the nucleus is only found in eukaryotes and is a defining characteristic feature of eukaryotic cells. Now, RBC, they do not possess a nucleus, though they originate from a eukaryotic organisms. Now, the picture which you are seeing on the screen is about a nucleus. It has a nuclear pore, the chromatin, the nucleolus, nucleoplasm, and the nuclear envelope. So we'll see what all are there. These are the parts of nuclear membrane. So yeah, let's get started with this. Now, it is known as the nucleus. It has a double layered covering. This is known as nuclear membrane. So the nuclear membrane is that it has double layered covering. The nucleus, it has double layered covering, which is known as nuclear membrane. Now, this cell consists of a nuclear membrane, that is also there are nuclear envelope, nucleoplasm, nucleolus, and the chromosomes. So the cell nucleus consists of a nuclear membrane called the nuclear envelope, nucleoplasm, nucleolus, and the chromosomes. What is nucleoplasm? The nucleoplasm, it is also called as karyoplasm. It is the matrix which is present inside the nucleus. The nucleoplasm, it is the matrix which is present inside the nucleus. The nuclear membrane, it has the pores which allows the transfer of material or the components from inside the cell to the outside. The outside is the outside the nucleus, that is the cytoplasm. So the nuclear membrane that has pores which allow the transfer of materials or the components from inside the cell to the outside the cell, that is the cytoplasm. Now, these nuclear membrane, it is a outer layer or the outermost covering of the membrane combined with ER. Here the ER is endoplasmic reticulum. It is combined with endoplasmic reticulum. Now, as I told you, the nuclear membrane, the nucleus, it has a double layered covering which is called as nuclear membrane. So the space between them, it is a liquid filled space which is present between the two layers of the nuclear membrane. Now, the structure which you are seeing here, it is a basic structure. I hope it is given in the textbook also. You can search it on a net. It is a very simple diagram, I can tell you. The nucleus is present, the chromatin, the nuclear membrane, and the nuclear pore is present in it. So, going further, Now these nucleus, they contain chromosomes. Now chromosomes, they contain the information for inheritance of characters from parents to the next generation to the following generations in the form of DNA. Now these DNA, it is a deoxyribonucleic acid that it contains. The chromosomes contain these informations. Now nucleus contains chromosomes. They are of rod shaped structure, and it is only being seen when the cell is about to divide. Now, as I told you, the chromosomes contain information for inheritance of characters from parents to the next generation in the form of DNA. The DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. Now these chromosomes, they are composed of DNA and protein. Now these DNA molecules, they contain information for necessary of constructing and organizing of a cell. Now these DNA molecules, they have an information necessary. They have to contain the information necessary for constructing or the organizing of a cell in the future generations, in the next generations, in the form of DNA. Now the functional segments of DNA, they are called the genes. There are functional segments. There are segments in DNA. They are called as genes. So yeah, this is an example of a DNA gene. So now in the cell which is not dividing, now this DNA is present as a part of a chromatin material. The cell which is not dividing, the DNA which is present in it, it is present as a part of chromatin material. Now these chromatin material, it is visible as entangled mass of thread-like structure. It is fully of mix up and everything. The chromatin material, as I told you in the previous picture, you can pause the video and you can see the previous picture. That is, it is entangled mass of a thread-like structure. It is very small and thread-like structures. Now whenever the cell is about to divide, when the cell is going to divide, now these chromatin materials get organized into the chromosomes. Now when the cell is going to divide, now these chromatin materials, they get organized into the chromosomes. Now here the nucleus plays an central role in cellular reproduction. Now this process by which a single cell divides and it forms a two nucleus cells, two new cells. Now this cellular reproduction, what is cellular reproduction? It is the process by which one single cell, only a single cell, it divides and forms two new cells. Now here the nucleus plays a very central and a very crucial and important role in the cellular reproduction. Now it is very crucial part along with the environment in determining the way the cell will develop and what form it will exhibit at maturity by directing the chemical activities. So the function of cells, the important function of cells, that the nucleus, it contains the hereditary information, that is DNA, chromosomes and the genes in it. So hereditary information, and it controls the cell growth and reproduction. Now what is the first one? That it contains the hereditary information and it controls the cell growth and reproduction. Now it is also responsible for coordinating many of the important functions as well. For coordinating, it is also very important. The main is the cellular metabolism through controlling synthesis and particularly enzymes which are produced in it. This is the main function of it. Now it is also responsible for protein synthesis, cell division, growth and differentiation. So there are many functions, and they are very important for a cell to grow, for a nucleus to develop, to control the cell growth, reproduction, for coordinating, for controlling synthesis, and particularly the enzymes to control them, to have a proper maintenance of it, and also for the protein synthesis, cell division, growth and differentiation in it. So what is nucleolus? The word you have heard in the previous way, that what is nucleus? Now nucleus is a solid, a spherical shaped found in the nucleus. Nucleus is also present in the nucleus, that it is a very solid spherical shaped which is found in nucleus. Now nucleus plays an important role, or and you can say an indirect role, in the protein synthesis. Now remember this, the nucleus plays an indirect role in the protein synthesis by producing ribosomes. Please do remember this point. Nucleus plays an important or an indirect role in the protein synthesis by producing ribosomes. Now, what are ribosomes? We are going to see in the next video, which I will be telling you about all the cell organelles in the one act. Now, what is cytoplasm? So the cytoplasm, it is present outside the nucleus and it is present inside the cell. So the liquid, it is a fluid, or you can see a very thick liquid, the fluid which contained inside the plasma membrane. So as I told you, it is present inside the cell and it is present outside the nucleus. So it also contains many specialized cell organelles. Now these cytoplasm, it has many cell organelles which is present in and outside or above, below it or above it. You have many cell organelles present about to it. So there are like mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus. So there are many specialized cell organelles present beside it. So each of these cell organelle performs a specific function for the cell. Now each organelle, they have a specific function, specific role for a growth of cell, reproduction, and each of the development of a cell. It has a specific function and a role. So we will see about it. Now this is an anatomy of a cell, animal cell. You can see the cytoplasm is present. So the cytoplasm, it is present inside the cell and outside the nucleus. Now the cell membrane is present inside the cell wall. Cell wall is the first, and then the cell membrane. Cell membrane is also called the plasma membrane. Next comes the integral part, is about a nucleus. Now as I told you, nucleolus, it is a solid part which is present inside the nucleus. It plays an important or an indirect role for the protein synthesis by producing or protecting the ribosomes in it. Now next comes as a vacuole, which is also an cell organelle. We are going to see it. Then comes the lysosome. The cytoplasm is present completely in the cell. Then comes the mitochondria. Mitochondria is known as powerhouse of the cell. We will see in the next video. Then is the Golgi complex, Golgi apparatus as well, you can say. Then comes the endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum, it has two parts, that is rough endoplasmic reticulum and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This is also we are going to see in the next video. So I hope you understood about this. So what we have completed in this is about all the nucleus and the cytoplasm. A little introduction about cytoplasm. Further in the next video I will tell you more about it. So in the next lecture, in the next video, we are going to see completely all the cell organelles, even though it will be a little bit of the time will be increased in that lecture, in that video. So each and everything will be described very briefly with the examples, functions, properties, role, each and everything. So this is one of the picture which is very easy to understand, as in centrosome, cytoplasm, cell membrane, everything about a cell organelles, it is present in it. So yeah, please do subscribe, share and like to my channel if you have liked it. So yeah, please do share with your friends, like it and subscribe. Please don't forget to comment in the comment section below how did you like my video. So yeah, bye bye for now and see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.